On your marks.
And we are racing here at the second last stop for the year on the T100 World Tour at Lake Las Vegas.
Obviously we have the front runners. That will be Hayley Chura standing up first. We have Taylor Knibb right on her tail. Flora Duffy in there too. And also Taylor Spivey. So
Taylor Knibb now here at the back of the group. She's going to need to make sure that she gets on Flora's feet here really quickly.
Everybody has their stopwatches out, see what the gap is. Back to this group with Paula Finlay. Get a good look at the women coming out there. It's Paula in the yellow cap. Hard to see the numbers on these women. Here we go. Devet, Darren in that group, so only 38 seconds back.
So Hayley Chura leads us out of the swim. Taylor Spivey, the second time around at the T100 World Tour, second. Flora Duffy behind her in third, and Taylor Knibb in fourth. Surely heart rate there, right? Like I said, the camera doesn't show it, but it's so steep. I think she would have been like, oh, I'm breathing quite heavy here. I'm feeling quite cooked. What is my heart rate? That's the only thing that I think it would have been. We saw a really quick transition from Flora Duffy, who got a break on Taylor Knibb here out of T1. Probably a very smart move. And we have the chase group here in T1. Julie Deron, you just saw leave your screen. Hannah Devet, who did all the work. Lucy Byram in the red and white, and Paula Finlay.
This course really plays well for the Olympic distance athletes, being able to go above threshold and recover and do it again repeatedly. That's what they train. That's the system they train all day long. You see Taylor Knibb here just passing Taylor Spivey, and you see Flora Duffy just up in the lead. But yeah, Taylor Knibb already, you know, smashing those pedals.
So as expected, this hill that Rinny and myself were just speaking about is where Taylor Knibb has gone around Flora Duffy. It's not even that long a hill, but you just saw that she made up 200 metres on Flora Duffy coming out of that roundabout up that hill. Okay, we have got word it's a drafting penalty, blue card. That's a 1 minute penalty now with the new rules. So Lucy Byram, a 1 minute drafting penalty.
Light, if it starts flashing red, then that can be a penalty. She doesn't seem to be happy about it, but
well, interestingly, and Julie Deron here, only being 2 minutes down, 20k into the bike where we know Taylor Knibb does most of her work. She's just making her way up here into third, making the pass on Taylor Spivey. I think if Julie can be within 5 minutes off the bike, it might be advantage Julie Deron. Like, you would never bet against her at that point. 2 minutes, 20k in, moving up to third. This is on, like, this race is on right now.
Oh, we have another mechanical or DNF here, Grace Tech.
Probably just a bad day looking at it. Either sick on the lead in, not feeling it out there today. She came from Ibiza. I think she might have even gone back to Australia and then here to America. So either way, she's had a lot of travel recently, being an Australian, going to Europe and now to America. Like Chelsea talked about, the season-long narrative of the T100 Tour, it's brutal, and we're at the penultimate stop here at Lake Las Vegas. So we are seeing some carnage. Emma Pallant-Brown, Indy Lee, Grace Tech, all DNF or DNSs today. This is exactly what you've seen, and we've got eyes on Annie Haug here. Oh, this is day done for Annie Haug. She'll be back over 12 minutes behind the lead by now, and clearly still having issues, not looking like she's about to start. She's trying to inflate the tyre right there. That is day done for Annie Haug. There's that pass I talked about. So Julie Deron, for the first time today, is up into second place. Flora Duffy has been sitting in second for about 30 kilometres now. She has 45 seconds to sort of drop back from Julie Deron there, or you get a drafting penalty. It looks like it, and there it is, the blue card.
No.
Flora Duffy has got a drafting penalty. It was after that downhill. We're going to see Flora Duffy step off here at this tent and take a 1 minute stop at the side of the road.
That's such a bummer for Flora. I'm sure she, like I was saying, was looking forward to having somebody to work with.
Yeah, and that would have just been a lapse in concentration in that moment. You saw her, okay, collecting herself, taking on the nutrition, and yeah, she slipped into that drafting zone, and technical official was right there to see it. So fortunately it is not game over, but a minute penalty.
Right, so here's the decision. Does she try and push up to Paula Finlay there, or does she work with her short course compatriot in Taylor Spivey?
Celia Perez, from Mexico.
Olympian, Rio Olympian, very late wildcard call up. Oh, it's Annie Haug in the background, stopping for a spare wheel. So clearly that issue not done, and she's probably been riding with a slightly flat wheel that last 10 kilometres. Lucy Byram is the athlete you can see in front. Julie Duron, the big challenger to Taylor Knibb in our eyes, is in third. They're about 5 minutes back from Taylor Knibb out in front. So Taylor Knibb, our T100 Ibiza and San Francisco champion, the only two-time champion racing today in the women's field, enters T2 in front. She has a 5-minute lead over second place Lucy Byram, and the big challenger coming from behind in third. These first few steps today for Taylor Knibb will be so important on this brutally hard run course. It has over 500 metres elevation over 18 kilometres. It's up and down all day, short punchy climbs, short steep descents. You run across the fairway of a golf course. It's really soft grass. It's brutal, to be honest. You run on some dirt. This is the hardest run course we've had so far this year at the T100 World Tour. And Rinny, Chelsea, I think Taylor Knibb actually looks really good coming out of T2. She had that 1 minute drafting penalty, so to be into transition 2 by herself in second place, it's a hell of a bike ride from Lucy Byram. Probably the best bike ride she's done on a T100 World Tour race so far this year. Julie Duron, this is the big story. She's 5 minutes and 20 seconds back from Taylor Knibb entering T2. In Ibiza, last time around, she ran 4.5 minutes faster than Taylor Knibb. If she does that again today, things get close. On this tough run course, can she run even faster?
Opting for no socks as well. No time wasted there in transition for Julie Duron. I bet she has the fastest T2 as well. She was fastest out of T1.
Eyes on Paula Finlay here, so she is serving that 1 minute drafting penalty before T2. It's 900 metres before transition 2, this penalty tent. You see her undoing her shoes. That's so that she can very quickly get out of them as she goes into T2. Yeah, 7.5 minutes down now as it stands for Paula Finlay. That gap is blowing out because of this 1 minute drafting penalty.
But we see Julie Duron here moving up onto Lucy Byram's shoulder. I'm sure she'll blow right by her. That's no disrespect to the young athlete Lucy Byram. A phenomenal bike ride out there today. But Julie Duron, quite possibly the best runner in our sport at this moment. This is crazy to see Taylor Knibb lapping Paula Finlay. Paula Finlay is one of the best athletes in the sport. That just shows how great Taylor is racing today. She is really putting together that perfect day.
Paula's coming 6th.
Yes.
She's coming 6th.
Yeah.
And Taylor's lapped her. So Taylor's lapped everyone up until 6th place. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, neither of these women have podiumed at a T100 race before. It was both of their goals. Flora Duffy said in an interview, all she wants is to battle for a podium spot. Lucy Byram, for a year she's been chasing a T100 podium. She's come 4th, she's come 5th. She had it in her grasp and and Flora Duffy has just taken it right off her.
Winning 3 T100 races is something that we haven't seen yet, and the future of our sport is so bright. This is amazing to see.
Taylor Knibb, your T100 San Francisco champion, your T100 Ibiza champion, and now about to be the first female to ever win 3 T100 races. Yes, Ashley Gentle has 5 wins, but only 2 T100 wins. With this victory, Taylor Knibb will cement herself as the overall leader in the 2024 T100 World Tour. A perfect 3 races, 3 wins, and none of them more impressive than today. She led the swim. She completely dominated the bike, and she's found her home here at Lake Las Vegas on the run course. Taylor Knibb, your T100 Lake Las Vegas champion. 3 from 3, the best in the sport right now. Taylor Knibb, you're on another level. Julie Duron, she finished 2nd at T100 Ibiza in her T100 debut, coming off her 2nd place finish at the Olympics in Paris. And again here today, another 2nd place. 3 2nd places in 3 of the biggest races in triathlon in 2024. Julie Duron, the fastest runner right now on the T100 World Tour. 2nd place here at Lake Las Vegas. 2 races, 2 2nd place finishes. The grand final awaits you, Julie Duron. You only have to sleep for a few more weeks before you get a chance to battle it out with Taylor Knibb again. Finally finds her spot on a long course podium in a big race. The biggest podium of her long course career here at T100 Lake Las Vegas. Flora Duffy finally on the podium. Third place today behind Taylor Knibb in first and Julie Duron in second. That is a breakthrough performance over the middle distance for Flora Duffy, and no doubt will give her immense confidence to be mixing it up with the likes of Taylor Knibb and Julie Duron. She knows they're the two best in the world at this distance right now.